Alright folks, today we're doing a water pump replacement on a Whirlpool WFW8500SR washer. Now, this is a very common part on many brands of front-loading washers like this. So as far as the availability of parts for this, there are many options, and this is the unit here. This is kind of the front, this is the back, and you will find these at all price points, from the low-end Chinese knockoffs to the original equipment parts. This is actually kind of an in-between. It was very highly rated online, and the price point was somewhere in between. So this is not the first time that I've done this. This is actually the second pump I've done on this unit. This unit is, well, it's over 10 years old. It's probably 13 to 14 years old. So to do this, we're going to be taking off this panel right here in the front, and it takes minimal tools, minimal time. You will have to deal with some water leakage when you take this apart, especially water coming out of this housing that will kind of backflush out as you take apart the hoses and things. But it's really a simple process, and this, as I said, this pump is readily available at all different price points and makers and qualities and all that stuff. So easy to find the part, easy to do the replacement. And the reason I'm doing this replacement today is the pump, or the existing pump that is making noise. And when they start to make noise, it's only a matter of time before they give out or they stop pumping water at all. So we're going to take care of this kind of proactively, and I'll show some of the steps that are necessary to do this, but otherwise it's a pretty easy repair. So let's get to it. Okay, to continue where we left off, this is the existing water pump, and it's making a lot of racket, making a lot of noise. It's it's about to fail, or it will fail shortly. So you need to get this one out, get the new one in. This is very straightforward. I'll show the steps that are necessary. And I should say, don't get hung up on the model number of the washer that I showed at the beginning of the video, because it doesn't really matter. You're gonna find this pump in a lot of front load washers, across brands, Whirlpool, GE, Amana, and probably others. So what you want to do is pull this straight up. It's basically just a safety latch or cover. Pull this wire straight out, if I could do that with one hand. And then you're going to take this out. Have a bucket handy, because you're going to have a lot of water run out of there, and it's going to be nasty water. Expect a nice septic smell to come with that. And that'll probably take care of 90% of the water that you might have leak out of this thing as you take it apart. And then from there, you've got this squeeze clip, and you've got another squeeze clip, so a total of two, a large one and a small one. And these are really flexible, super flexible hoses back here, so you shouldn't have any problem pulling those off the back of the pump. And then the pump itself is secured in place with kind of these rubber, I don't know what you should call them, grommets, or probably, I don't know, I'll show them here on the bottom of the new one. So they're kind of like isolators, so they dampen some of the vibration, and I don't know the proper name for them, but anyway, you can see it's kind of a squeeze to fit, install, and removal. There's no nuts or bolts associated with this, or any type of clips. They just kind of press to fit, and again, these isolate the pump from vibration and stuff. And that's it. So we're gonna take care of this and get the new pump in. Okay, another piece of advice here is, when you are actually removing the pump, so I've got everything disconnected, the wires and the pipes, the hoses, everything's out, you need to raise up this rubber. It's kind of a holder or fastener in the back here. Okay, so raise that up, and then move the pump backwards. Okay, and as you move the pump backwards, then it comes completely out, and you can see there. That's the holding area, or the sheet metal. So that's how this thing comes apart. Make sure that you, oh great, water ran out. Make sure that you push that tab back, and that should take care of things. The new pump is in. We haven't connected the hoses yet, but just to reiterate, that black tab in the back, that is the key to removing the old pump. And then you just reverse the process. You slide this to the left and you kind of snap that into place. I guess snap's not the right word because this is rubber, but you get that to where it fits in place and you're good to go. So I'm going to do the hoses, plug things in, and wrap this up. And mission accomplished. Now time to run the washer and check for leaks. I think we're all set here.